Like what you got to the channel, it's your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. And there I got one for the map of perfect. Oh the map of tiny perfect little things, starring Catherine Newton and Kai Allen, which is essentially one of my favorite types of movies, science, rom com. It's really rom com science fiction type because it's essentially about two characters who are both stuck in a time loop. And the guy, Kyle Allen character, give me a second. Mark discovers that he's not the only person trapped in this time loop, and there's also this girl, Margaret, who's trapped in there with him, and then they both, you you're trapped in a time loop. You're reliving the same day over and over. And time loop movies, honestly, are like some of my favorite films. Edge of Tomorrow, Groundhog Day. The recent one, Palm Springs, is probably my favorite. Starring, well, I'm not gonna get into details, but like, if you ever seen Palm Springs, check it out. It's on Hulu. But this one was in that same realm because it was like that one was like a comedy, like romance type thing. I'm like, okay, I'm digging this. And when you in those situations, of course, you have ample time to spend with somebody, and especially when you spend it with somebody every single. It's one thing to spend it with that time with somebody every single day, and they don't know what's going on. But it's another when you're spending it every single day, and it's only you two. It feels like everything else is just kind of like moving in a certain motion around you, and the world is centered around you two. And so that's pretty much what the film felt like. Um, because Kyle, he's a person who's like he's not dealing with a lot per se, but like hey, his dad just quit his job. He's not an outcast by any means. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking about what his future going to be. And then Margaret, she's very mysterious throughout. And there's something that always happens every single day around 6 o'clock. She ends up leaving to go to meet this person named Jared. And throughout the whole entire film, of course, there's like this romance that blossoms, and but at the same time, um, Margaret still goes to this hospital every single day. So you kind of wondering like exactly what's that all about. Um, Now I will say I don't. Even though it's a time loop film, there's a lot of times where I don't feel it. If that makes any sense, it just to me it just feels like people spending time with each other and not that the day it felt like the day was running together instead of every day feeling like something new and like a different adventure. Now the reason it's called the map of tiny little things because it's like the map of tiny perfect little things is because you start to think like, hey, we take advantage of every single day, just us in general, but it's like, hey, maybe we should let's go find every little thing about this day in particular, this one day that we're trapped in, that's perfect. That's just like one of those moments. And that's what the films becomes about these, and that's pretty much how the romance and everything blossoms because they two, of course, like I said, you spend it every single day, and you don't know how long they're in this time. Okay, it's one of those things where you see them start being able to do certain things, and you're like, okay, well, it seems like they've been in here for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I've always wanted that I probably would never actually happen. It's like you're trapped in the time loop. Wouldn't want to do it here. I would much rather do it if I was like in a city or some shit. Like, cause I get trapped in the time loop now. I'm just gonna be like, what the hell, you know? But at the same time, so it's just like certain skills you gain. You can't change your body per se, but like your mind, you can like study every single day. You become like a genius, like and technically a day. Um, and another thing that it doesn't quite explain where the loop happens, which is understandable. We've seen that before, but I kind of would rather see. I like when they like okay, this is just something that's just happening. You know what I'm saying? Overall, I think it's very good because I enjoy it quite a bit because like I just like once again, I like time loops and I like rom coms, and like it's a mixture of the two. And like these two characters get along very well, and it's fun, and it's a certain innocence to them, and that you kind of like gravitate towards, and it's like you kind of like, hey, and you don't know where this thing is going, and there's like a certain thing that like happens toward the end where you complete me well me personally just because like my personal life I'm just like yes I completely understand the reasoning behind a lot of this, you know what I'm saying. I probably would do the exact same thing, you know, and it's a weird thing, man. It's super super weird. And another thing that I think I was enjoying a lot of was that, and this is not giving anything away, it's just one of the characters was more careful about how they spent their days than the other. Simply because you don't do anything too crazy, and then that just so happens to be when the time loop ends. And that's something I don't think a lot of people address that much. It's like, well, I'm gonna do it like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go jump off a building, see what it's like. You know what I'm saying? People just do anything they want because you're in the time loop. But you never actually know when it's going to end. So if you do something too crazy, let's say you go rob a bank, next thing you know, 12:01 hits and it's the next day, and you're like, oh shit, I robbed a bank today. I thought it was gonna the day was gonna start over. I'm finna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So I like that they actually addressed that. But overall, the film's pretty good. It's on Amazon Prime for free. You guys should check it out. I'm thinking we get a film a B minus. I don't think it's as good as uh, uh, Groundhog's Day, Ezra Tomorrow, or Palm Springs, but it's definitely one of the time loop films that it's probably in my top five time loop films, even though I don't know how many time loop films there are. But like I enjoyed them, but it's definitely something I wouldn't even mind watching again. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those I guess just a like feel good film if I'm being honest. So if you guys seen it, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe on my channel. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later.